everybody, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. I got some news for you. I'm so excited. Well, my next trip is not going to be a van life adventure. Wait till you hear where it's going to be, what we're doing, where we're going. We have Busy Lady 35 already in the chat room hanging out with us. Hello, Busy Lady. How are you? So before we go any further, I want to invite you to like this video or live stream. I see we've already got one like. So thank you. I bet that's Busy Lady that's liked it. Thank you very much. And of course, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and join the channel. Just smash that subscribe button because you're going to want to hear what's coming up because it is like so cool. I'm doing okay, Busy Lady. Yay! Busy Lady hit the like when she walked in. There we go. So, absolutely thank you. And I've got to get to the screen so I can hit, there we are. There we go. Thank you. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm not the one that's moving. How are you doing? I hope you are doing okay. Well, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you already know what the big announcement is going to be tonight because we have a huge bucket list adventure that we're going to get to go on. And I can't wait to share it with you all. But first, oh good. A Busy Lady 35 has tossed out a heart. Awesome. I'm going a little bodacious tonight for this big announcement. So excited. First, though, I promised a lady in Boone, North Carolina when I was there. Hi, Matthew. Matthew, how are you? I hope you're doing well tonight. Matthew is a very special person here, so hi, Matthew. So, okay. Let me do a shout out to this lady before I forget. She is in Boone, North Carolina. Tuesday, I did a live stream and we talked about North Carolina. I gave away a postcard. Mariana Blogs got that postcard, and it was from Boone, North Carolina. And when I was there, I met this lady. She was there. She's a street vendor. Let me see what I can do here about putting this up better. There we go. Okay, she is a street vendor there in Boone, North Carolina. And whoops, where's she? There she is. I lost her for a minute. But her name is Katrina, and she is trying to sell her wares. And if you happen to be in Boone, North Carolina, and you're walking around downtown, she was between the King Street Creamery, Hershey's ice cream shop, and Jimmy John's. There in the downtown areas where she was set up with this table. She's trying to sell the crafts. She's a really nice person. We talked to her for several minutes, but what happened is she needs all the sales that she can get right now. So the thing is, she had a fire in her apartment, and so as a result of her fire, she's having to move. So she needs as many sales as she can get, obviously, because she's got to work on her stuff with fire and get the money together to move. So if you happen to be in Boone, North Carolina, look for her. She's really nice. She's got some cute jewelry and just seems to be a really nice person. So if you're out there, look for her and at least say hi. Tell her you saw it on the live stream, if nothing else. Okay? So Katrina, when you see this, there's your shout out. I hope it helps. I hope things go well. So hopefully it will. Yeah. Yeah, Busy Lady, she seemed really nice. And you got to feel for anybody who's moving at all and is moving under that kind of stress. So we are still freaking unpacking from the move we did back in June. So I can't imagine. You can imagine. You're in the whole middle of it. So right there. I'm sorry that he's sad. Matthew, if you're listening, I understand that you're sad and I'm sorry. And it's a pain and nobody likes to say goodbye. But the thing is, when I told my kids whenever we moved, Matthew, is that when you move, you get to add to your friends and you get to make more friends because you'll still have the friends that are wherever you're moving from. And with phone and email and so forth, you can keep in touch with them. And so they're still going to be your friends. But when you move, when you get into your new place, you're going to start making even more friends. So you're going to miss talking to your friends that you have right now every day, but you're going to get even more friends when you move. That's going to expand. So I know it's hard, but try to remember that, Matthew, if you see this. So, and we have Big Tom's Van in. Hi, Big Tom's Van. How are you tonight? Saying hi to Big Tom's and hi, Busy. And y'all don't forget, click like on the stream when you get to the point where you like it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already done so. So, Big Tom's Van, you are in. And I think I've got one more person that's watching. Yes, I do. Okay. I want to go ahead and I'm going to, good. Big Tom's Fan is doing fine. Excellent. Excellent. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and make a partial announcement. I'm going to kind of tease this for a little bit. And that I've got a big, big, big bucket list trip coming up. And it's not going to be a van life adventure. I can't believe I'm going someplace that's not van life. It is so hard to believe. But I've got an adventure coming up someplace, and you can't necessarily drive there in the winter. Hold on, what we got going on here? I got a Twitter message. Excuse me. So yes. So if you guys can guess where I'm going, you probably have already figured it out. Kansas City. Nope. Not Kansas City. I'm going to Alaska. I'm going to go see, if the weather is good, I'm going to go see the Northern Lights. So my Bodacious self, where we're going, got a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous deal on airline tickets. So I'm going to do a whole segment on this, but we got the fabulous deal on airline tickets. And then because I've traveled so much lately, we have got salmon. I wish I could. I don't know that they're going to be running this time of year. So, yeah, we got a place to stay that's free for a night. And we've got a fabulous deal on a rental car. And the tickets were just amazing. So, would you believe that I got tickets coming out of Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, flying to Anchorage, stop in the middle somewhere, I forgot. Main cabin with insurance, round trip, $350. So it's like, you can't say no to that. Okay, Busy Lady 35 says, Matthew heard you and said, okay, thanks, Gail. Had to restart my new computer for updates on my cell now. Awesome. Well, I hope it helps because you're adding to your friends. You're not subtracting. You're just going to get to make more. And then when you get older, you can go stay in all of their houses one at a time on vacation. So yeah, so that's where we're going. And this is going to be, believe it or not, I've been to Alaska 4 times now. And this is the first time ever in my life that I've flown to Alaska. Always before I have driven. And let me tell you, it feels so strange. Even put flying in Alaska in the same sentence for me. It's like I should be driving. But we're going to be gone in February, and February in Alaska, it's not conducive to driving. So, yeah, it feels so weird because it's like I say Alaska and I just want to grab the van keys and I want to head out the door because it's like I should be driving. Yeah, I did, Busy Lady. We were so stoked. Busy Lady 35 says, it sounds like you got great deals. Love it and so excited for you also. Also, Matthew will be around his family, cousins his age in Michigan, so I think he'll be okay. I bet he will be. I bet he will be. How long to fly? I think it's going to take, I have not actually added up the hours yet, but let me stop and think. I leave at 5 p.m. our time on one day, and I get in at midnight the next day, but then there's that 4-hour gap between East Coast and Alaska time. So that's taking more brain cells than I've got right now. I'll do some math. I'll post it on my blogs or something. Bodacious Broads travel blog. I'll have it on there, or I'll announce it here on Saturday night. Flying will be more relaxing, hopefully. I hope so. It's this last time going to Alaska was just a really, really, really hard trip. I mean, something bad, I've talked about before, something bad happened every single time. I mean, every single day. And that made it hard. And then driving through the forest fire, that was interesting. So this last trip was harder than the others. But still, it's still pretty cool. So I'm sure this trip will be cool too. Long flight, but I bet it's faster than driving. Yes, it is faster than driving. Are they mountain time? No, actually, Alaska is Alaska time, and that is 4 hours behind Eastern. So if it's noon here, it's 8 in Alaska. So I've told my husband, I'm like, if it's 8 or 9 in the morning and you're up going to work, do not call me. Just wait till later. So, Tomlin is actually not going with me. I am kind of freaking out about this a little bit. But the problem is with my shoulder, I am still not cleared to go for more than 5 pounds. I am not sure that I can do my suitcase and my bag and his leash and everything. So he's going to stay behind. And I'm like choking over that. But I am going with a girlfriend. And yeah, it was definitely a rough trip. So it was, I'm really having a hard time with the idea of leaving Tomlin here, but he's going to be with John. He's going to be okay. John can take care of him. It's going to be all right. And of course, as I say it, I'm like saying this to myself, but yeah, I'm going with a girlfriend, and my daughter is going to go with us. My younger daughter, my oldest one is the one that comes into the live stream, some Stellar Piper, but my younger daughter, Samantha, who just had the stillborn a couple of weeks ago, she's going to be going. So I'm hoping this will be a good kind of maybe good recovery trip for her. So, and she's so stoked, she can't see straight. She goes hiking and backpacking and all this stuff in all kinds of weather. So she's like, Mom, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to make sure you bring this. Don't bring that. You won't need this. You will need that. So she is super stoked. So I hope this is going to be a good trip, especially for her. As long as the trip, I am going to miss Tomlin, and he probably will not be speaking to me too much when he gets back in. When I get back in, the trip, we're going to be leaving on 8th, so it's going to be 5 days. So, but I may spend a night out on either end of it, someplace else, but we're still trying to decide that. So I might take a couple of extra days. But that won't be in Alaska. That will be somewhere here in the Southeast. Yeah, he will be fine. Yeah. I'm really happy that she's going. So it's going to help a lot, I think, for her. Plus, it's going to be nice to have another person on the trip that's able bodied. Just saying. What the feathers? Yeah, they're just here to be goofy. Part of my tag is hashtag be Bodacious, and that means you're not going to let life get in the way of living. So, as part of that, I sometimes wear boas. I sometimes wear the big floppy hats. So today, since I'm going to Alaska, I'm wearing the Alaska cap. So far, I have not found a big floppy hat yet that says Alaska. Still working on that. But the hat and boa, or the hat and band rather, is part of my logo there. So that's what that is. 5 days will fly by. And Busy Lady says, enjoy it, and he'll be waiting for you when you get back. Yeah, he'll be here. I don't know if he'll be speaking to me. I've not left him that many times. Like, okay, we had to board him at Walt Disney World. Big Tom's fan, my service dog is a husky, so he has that double fur coat. And one time we went to Walt Disney World, it was unexpectedly like the hottest day on record it's probably broken that now, but hottest day on record for that portion of May. And because the floor and asphalt and everything was so hot, we boarded him. So that like to have killed me, but at least at Walt Disney World, I could keep going to check on him. So if I wanted to go 3 or 4 times a day, I could. Yeah, I can't read backwards. You're right. I'm sorry. I got to figure that out. I thought I had that fixed. That's something to do with my camera settings, so I will keep working on that. I see now that the subscribe is backwards, which means probably everything else is too. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I will. I thought I had that fixed in settings. But thank you for pointing that out because I had not realized it yet. I will work on that some more and see if I can fix it for the next live stream. Either that or I'll get this printed backwards and then it'll be frontwards. Let's see. Busy Lady says, I bet you can have a hat like that made. I'm going to have to check into that. And Big Tom Fan says, yeah, I can't read backwards. And I saw that. So, yeah, I'll work on that. Busy Lady says, my Chi is going to wig out if she has to fly to Michigan. I think we'll take her in the moving truck. That's nice. Because she'll have extra space to wander around if you don't put much stuff in the back seat. She'll have like that whole area. I can't spell either. I understand that. I speak that language. Spell check was invented for a reason, and it was invented to pull us out of bind. No worries, Gail. We can crack codes. All right. Thank you. And she says, what if you flip that pillow up and around? It's got the same printing on the other side. It's a two-sided thing. I've got it so I can put it in the van and I can toss it in there and for live streams and to lounge on it and stuff like that. So that's my traveling pillow. It just happens to be hanging out in here when I'm not traveling. So. Big Tom's fan says, what hats do Eskimos wear? They actually wear a couple of different kinds. It kind of depends on the weather. I forget what they're called, but it comes around like their whole head. And they also have, and in fact, ties, and I think that's possibly maybe some Western or Russian influence. But then they've also got the parkas where they have it's fur lined on the sides and inside the hood. Those are the two that I've seen. Plus, they're all wearing ball caps. And Busy says, we'll be in the front seat with everyone, so no roaming room. Aw. But she's held she'll be okay. It'll be a fun 23-hour ride. You'll enjoy it. I mean, there you go. See, we've got Big Tom here. He can tell you what it's like to travel in the van, and we do more than 23-hour rides. Just pretend you're interested in van life. You said that one time. So pretend this is a precursor for van life. So that'll get you ready for it. And Big Tom's fan says, no Buzzy, no punchline. There you go. Let me see if I can find something real quick that'll show you kind of what the Eskimos wear. Now, believe it or not, the majority of the population in Alaska is not native. People are transplanted in from like all over the world to live in Alaska. So they've kind of crowded out the native population. Let me see if I can pull that up. I'm just doing a random search. And of course, for shoes, they wear mucklucks. So here we go. Here's some pictures. I've actually seen someone dressed like this one. So let me show you this one because it's a little more accurate. This person is wearing kind of a parka. Well, let me share this screen. Okay, give me just a second here. There we go. I have seen somebody wearing an outfit like this. Not so much these. They may be representative. I've just not seen anybody wearing that. But I've only seen somebody in this kind of outfit one time, actually. So, but yeah. Because most of the time when I'm up there, they're up there in the summer. So unless it's somebody that's showing us their outfit, you don't see them in winter wear in July. Especially not this July because it was in the upper 90s when we were in Anchorage. Let's see. Busy Lady says we moved down to Florida in the truck, but had no kid or dog, just one cat. You'll have a blast. Make sure you take extra leashes though, because you may want a little extra length when you go. Because I know with Tomlin, it's very, very helpful. Sometimes I will actually put him on his little cable and just affix the cable to the van. That way he can have some extra space. But like when we go to a rest area, I'll pull in a space where I can see that there's a grassy area that I can affix him to, and that's right next to the van. So if it's on like the driver's side of the van, I'll back it in so I can put that passenger side door, which is where my double doors are. I'll put that up next to the curb, next to that grassy area. So that way I can use his cable and I can harness him to the van. He can have a little bit more space to do whatever he wants to do, but it also gives me space in the van to clean it out, which you may be rearranging things constantly while you're moving. So you may want some extra length for your critters too. Makes a huge difference when we're traveling with Tomlin. Big Tom Fan said, oh my, I want to go to RTR, but too far from Tennessee. I hear you. Someday maybe you'll get to go. It's on my list too. Where is Miss Stellar tonight? You know, that's a good question. Well, I'm going to text her and see where she is. She may be out with friends with it being a holiday weekend. Let's see. Okay. So, Melissa, I'm messaging her. And we'll see if and when she gets back to me. But there's no telling. She had mentioned something about going to a movie, so she may be doing that. Let's see. Busy Lady says, good idea. Josie would love to hang out in the grass and we could sit. LOL. Yeah, really, for me, when I'm traveling in the van, it has really been a blessing to have the cable. I think it's like 25 feet. And the thing is, if it's too long for where you are and you think the dog's going to get in trouble, just put both ends of the cable together. So you're shortening it to like 12 and a half feet. But it just seems to make life a lot easier. Big Tom, do you have a critter that you travel with? Because she might, any little hints that you've got that could possibly be passed on to her, she might appreciate. Because it's a whole different world when you're traveling with animals. I've also found it to be really important with Tomlin that every time I stop, he goes out for a walk for a few minutes, whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes. If we stop for gas, I pull over to the side and get him out and walk him because he can't, he's in the van, so he can go from front to back and vice versa. But he's still more cramped than he is at home. So it just is more important, I think, to walk him. So every time we stop, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, let me give you a hint, okay? Look for Love's truck stops since you've got the dog, because a lot of Love's truck stops are adding dog parks. Can you believe it? So you can go and she can run and play, and as long as there's not another dog there, you don't have to worry. But yeah, those are really nice too. I think those dog parks are like the best thing in the world that anybody has come up with for when you're traveling with animals. And let's say Big Tom Stan says Groundhog Day and the day the Titans win the Super Bowl is the same day. Oh yeah, you know it. It's their turn. It's time the Titans can really shine. Let's see. Busy Lady 35 says, yeah, she's small, so she won't need much room to wander. I'm worried about the cat, though. Okay, most cables are going to be a little too heavy for the cat, but that doesn't mean you couldn't get an extra long leash or even put 2 extra long leashes together. No critters divorced. I don't know if I want to say congratulations or sorry, about to sneeze. Do I say congratulations on the divorced or oh no, that you don't have critters? And Busy Lady says, oh, that is so awesome. Yeah, I mean, the dog parks are great because you have room to really get out there and help your dog enjoy. But, just bring a ball. And they usually have dog bowls, but all the other dogs have been drinking out of them. So I usually go ahead and take a bowl anyway. Valerie Reese just joined us. Hi, Valerie. How are you? We were just talking about this trip that's coming up for me. Yeah, you can try out a harness on your cat. There you go. And she's saying hi to Valerie. But yeah, you can try that. Big Tom Stan says it's just me. So that has to make traveling easier. Cheaper too, because you're not buying double food. Valerie says, I'm good. I'm knitting. There you go. Valerie knits. Oh, where are you going to get to go? Are you going back up to see family in New York? Or is it at the special trip that we talked about when I was at your house? And Big Tom's fan says hi. So, yeah. It's that special trip you told me about. Belize would be amazing. Oh, and we kind of mentioned places that people have driven. I actually know somebody who drove. I don't know that they went all the way to Belize because of where it's located, but they drove all the way to like that portion of the coast, or so they said. You can meet a lot of really interesting and sometimes strange people when you're doing van life, but they've always got these really cool stories. She's gonna go down and dive the reef. Let's see. I got another text in. Let me just see if it's. Nope, not stellar. Hold on. Okay, so I thought it was her. It's not. So, sorry, folks. Well, believes you video. Yes, she does do videos. She does lots of them. Yeah. So you might enjoy her channel. She does some nice travel videos. She also has other videos that she does on things that she's involved in the knitting and stuff, but I think you might enjoy her travel videos. So, yeah. So, Belize is going to be a cool place. I can't imagine being able to dive in the reef. The busy lady says, I got to go get some things done, but I'm glad I could be here. We're glad you could be here too. Thank you for stopping in and thank you for that like on the video. I appreciate that a lot. And we have Candy, the wee service dog, in the house. Hello, Candy, the wee service dog. We're just saying goodbye to Busy. She had to go. But welcome. So we were also talking Candy, the wee service dog. Valerie Reese here is fixing to go off to Belize, and she's going to go dive in the reef. Aw, we got your heart, busy lady. We love you too. Mm. So, yeah. Lots of travel stuff going on. You know, you would think that this is a slow time of year, and in some places it is, but there's still a lot of travel opportunities. And the nice thing about when you're traveling this time of year, of course, this weekend it's a holiday weekend, and there'll be another 3-day weekend next month. So they're not good weekends to travel, but in a lot of places, I'm going to pick on Walt Disney World, for example. There are spots during the month where there's not as much travel, and it's called Dead Week. And that means that those weeks or that time period is just dead. And that's when you can get a lot of your great deals when you're traveling. So if whether you're in a van or a car or flying or whatever, look for those deals. So it helps. And they're called Dead Week, DEADWEEK. So I've got little pieces of boa. This is a new boa. I have little pieces of it flying through the air. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to Alaska. Valerie's going to Belize. Busy Lady is going to go also out of state because she's driving to Michigan or somewhere. And she's got 24 hours in the vehicle. Big Tom's Band, do you have anything coming up? And Candy the Wee Service Dog, how about you? And oops, watch me knock this whole desk over. Oh my gosh. And while we are talking, and I've got Candy the Wee Service Dog in. Candy, your card got a little misdirected. So I just got it the other day. They had put it in box 7 something. Anyway, they put it in the wrong box. But I just got her Merry Christmas card. I just want to show it. There you go. That's Candy the Wee Service Dog and her mama. So that's my mail call. So thank you. I'm sorry I didn't get it sooner. But there you are. It's just so cute. She's just, isn't she adorable? You just want to pet Candy. Okay, Valerie Reese says her travel agent helps her to get some good travel deals. Excellent. End of February to the mountains. There you go. That's going to be a good time to go. Candy the Wee Service Dog is having a staycation, which are great too. And Candy says that's all right. Thank you for being so nice. I don't know. This is the first time that they've ever slipped it in somebody else's box. So I don't know what's up with that. They were very apologetic. Anyway, I did finally get it. So, and with going to New Mexico a couple of weeks ago, I will say that also put me a little behind. So not only did they misdirect it, but I went in there and I'm like, no, I know this piece of mail is here because she said she sent it. So it wasn't there then. I went back and they were like, we're so sorry. So there you go. So, and I am still recovering from New Mexico. I got to say this. Staycation is good. Yes, it is. Yeah, I think honestly, anytime that you can kind of regroup and catch your breath and just breathe and just kind of be for a little while. I mean, the world is so crazy hectic. And that's what getaways are for. And if you can do that on a staycation, you are ahead of the game. Absolutely. That is a big deal. One of the time when I was traveling, I was in, I don't remember if I was in Kansas or Missouri, but really where doesn't really matter. But this family, we were staying at a little motel, and this family had rented several nights in the hotel, and their kids were there, and their kids' friends were there, and they were having some pool parties and stuff. And it became very obvious that this family went ahead and rented a local hotel for a few nights to have a staycation, but they had it for like 3 or 4 nights at the hotel. So they wound up for their kids having like pool parties every night. And I thought that was a really neat idea. But still, it's a cash outlay. But they had the best time. But the big tip off was they were talking about, oh, we'll go home and get this or go home and get that. And I'm like, you're on vacation. How can you keep going home and getting different things? And then they brought out some homemade chicken salad and things like that and set up the picnic. And very, very nice, very friendly folks. And they're like, you want to come and join us? And my husband and I are like, well, thank you, but kind of no, because of food allergies and stuff. But that's when they were sharing with us about how they decided that rather than to go someplace and pile the kids in and out of the car and go through all the stress, they would just do their vacation that year at least at a hotel for 3 nights. And that way they were cooking and getting food and stuff. I thought it was a really neat idea. Let's see. Candy the Wee Service Dog is saying, I get a zoo membership at extreme discount along with museums, aquariums, etc. I get this with my food stamps card. Neat. Neat. It's very good that they'll give discounts like that when you have a food stamp card, because that zoo membership can get you in tons and tons of places without you having to pay. Those things are wonderful. Yeah. I have a Harvest Host membership that I really, really like. And with Harvest Host, you're buying this membership, but then you can stay at locations all across the country, and some are in Canada, for free. So the membership is like $79. And so, you pay that, and then it opens up this whole world of wineries and museums and farms and restaurants and tourist attractions where you can go and stay. And what they ask is that you spend $20 either in a gift shop or on tickets or whatever. But here's the thing: if you're traveling and you're going to need produce or food or cheese or items that you can get from a farm, if you're traveling and you go to a farm location, you can spend your $20 there, spend the night with them, and then you're also getting things that you need for your trip. So it really gives you a really good value. And I love the Harvest Host membership. And one of the places that we got to go to was so cool. Okay, it's cool to me. It's Stafford Air and Space Museum out in Oklahoma, which, you wake up and there's this huge fighter jet static display right outside your windshield. And it's like, it's almost like, for me, things like that are almost like Christmas morning when I reach up and I take that off the windshield, the Reflectix, and I know that I'm going to see something really cool. So, and I feel like the places are safer sometimes than being in a Walmart. But yeah, love the membership for there. And yeah, I mean, the membership, the reciprocity on those science museum memberships and zoos and stuff, it's in every state. You're right. Yeah, wineries. Yeah, some produce can be expensive, but it depends. It depends on what you get. But it's just that, if you're in a Harvest Host membership and there's something that you're going to have to buy, why not look for a farm as the place where you spend the night? And then you're getting a free night stay, and your $20 rather is going for things that you're going to spend the money on anyway. So, yeah. And let's say Candy the Wee Service Dog says, the reason they're doing this, they found that this encourages families to go out together, strengthen families from deteriorating relationships. That is a cool thing. A lot of places are starting to give discounts now if you have either a food stamps card or a disability, something that you can show. Even Amazon has gotten into the giant scheme of things, and their Amazon Prime is on a discounted rate if you have a card like that you can show or send them. So, yeah, Valerie, I love it. That's a smart way to travel. Absolutely. I love it. Sounds great. Harvest Host. Yep. Let me get you a link for that if you're interested. Because if you use my link, then you're going to get a % off, and I'll make $3, something like that. So obviously for me, it's not, the big deal is not the money, it's the link. And I forget how much I make, but it's not that much. But let me see if I can get you this affiliate link, just in case you're ever interested. Because for me, I like it because it's safer. I feel like as a woman that is traveling oftentimes by herself. Where's my... Okay, so I can't find my link. Hold on. It's here somewhere. I promise I've got one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull up my blog. I know I've got it on there under deals and affiliate links. Here we go. AAA, Airbnb, or Conzaggle. And of course, I just hit the wrong button and reload my page. Okay, I'm gonna let my computer do whatever it wants to freak out doing. Send later. Yep. I'll post it. I'll post it over on my Facebook group. But yeah, but really it's something that I absolutely love. But you have to be self-contained, and they'll ask you what kind of vehicle you've got. But they don't turn you down if you're in a van, obviously, because we're in one. Okay, here we go. Found it. There you go. Okay, Big Tom's fan says, yes, I think some wineries in North Georgia are doing that. Yeah, probably so. Because there's a pretty long list, and it's nice to see all the different sites. But I noticed that, like, one of the places that I stayed at in Canada, like, they're a Harvest Host affiliate, but they also don't hold you to the $20. But you don't have to be a Harvest Host to stay there. They do seem to appreciate it a little bit more, but you can just go and spend the night. And that was at the Valley View Visitor Center in Valley View, Canada. Let's see, Candy says, I'll have an actual membership. Also, they have Candy on my membership, so they won't ask 2 questions for service dogs. Every time I go to these places, they have her name breed with her picture. That's awesome. I didn't even know you could do that. But that is freaking awesome. So I will check into that. We have an aquarium membership for the Chattanooga Aquarium. So I will check in to see if they can do that. That would be helpful. And there's the link there in the chat. I'll also post it in the description box below. Yeah. And you're welcome. And it's really nice too, because on the Harvest Host, not all of them hold you to that $20. And there are a few sites that will let you plug in. So you don't know if they're going to let you plug in or not until you get there for the most part. So. And fun fact, if you're ever in Alaska, in Fairbanks, the Walmart in Fairbanks, Alaska will let you plug in one night overnight. They have the electrical outlets outside the Walmart there. And so they're in like the parking spaces, because in the winter you have to plug in and keep your car engine warm so it doesn't freeze and you'll be able to start it. So in the summer, they'll let you go, and they let us plug in for one night. So that was really nice. And I am typing in the Harvest Host membership information there now. So you'll have it. There we go. All right. And Candy the Wee Service Dog says, yes, so I can go through the fast line as well at these places. Yeah. That next to the discount has got to be like the best thing about memberships. Oh my gosh. Because like when we go to Chattanooga, sometimes that line can be enormous. But usually they just let us bypass it and go right in. It might be like a minute or two, but that's not bad. And we actually got our membership the first time when the kids were young because it can save you money sometimes even over going into the attraction itself, because the way we got it the first time, we were adding up. It was my husband and our 2 kids, and we realized that the membership was like $4, $5. It was less than 10. I'll just say that, whether it's $4 or $5, I'll just say less than 10. And so we're like, why don't we just pay the extra few bucks and get the membership? And that way we can keep coming and we'll have all the deals. So that's what we did. Yeah. Good point about the fast lane. So, yeah. It just makes traveling easier when you have these perks. And it feels weird because be honest, I am a little bit out of my element with this whole flying thing because I'm in the van so much. So I've got to go like dig back through past memories of like getting the best deals possible when you fly. So obviously the tickets are a huge deal, and using memberships when I can. Because I have the disability, I've got the National Parks Access card, and that gets you into the national parks for free, and it also gets you a 50% discount on camping. And so I'm a little spoiled because being in East Tennessee, everywhere from like Southeast Tennessee on up to extreme Northeast Tennessee and whatnot, in that area, the national park sites that we have, whether you're going to the Smokies or you're going to see the Andrew Johnson home place and whatever, we don't have fees. I get kind of spoiled. And then when I go someplace, like I go to Alaska to Denali National Park, and there is a fee to get into Denali, I'm like very grateful every time I can whip that out because it saves money, it saves hassle. So, and some of the fees, I'm gonna look and see. I don't remember now what the national park fee is for like Denali, but some of them are like $30. I'm gonna pull that real quick and see if I can see what it is. But plan your visit. I'm hoping to get to go to Denali this time with for Alaska, because that is supposed to be a good place to be able to see the Northern Lights. And that's what we're going for, and I'm so stoked. Watch it rain. I hope not, but you know, you always have, when there's one thing in particular you want to do on a trip, then you just know it's going to rain, or snow in this case, probably. So maybe not. Valerie, I hope it doesn't snow or rain rather on you when you go to Belize. Yeah, summary of fees for Denali National Park is $15 per person. So one, it's not horrible, but for two, it's getting kind of hard to fit in the budget. But with the disability pass, the access pass, with that, it gets 4 people in. So potentially that just saves $60. Much more affordable. And let me get back to here. Big Tom's Fan says, right, I went to Gatlinburg Aquarium by myself and it's like 40 something for one. Holy cow. Yes. That's a lot of money. If you have AAA, I think they take like $2 off if we're talking about Ripley's. For AAA, it's not much, but it's something. But isn't that a really cool aquarium? I love that one. Katie says, yes, because I have PAD, social anxiety, PTSD, and mental and physical disabilities that make it very stressful for me. Right. Very helpful to have those memberships. And let me see. Stellar Piper can't join us. She doesn't think. She's at the mall. Shame on her. Okay, so I'm going to text her back. Okay, so Stellar, I don't know. But yeah, the national parks have several different kinds of passes, from senior passes. They've got, I think they've got some military passes. Certainly the disability passes. Fourth graders, you can get in free if you have a fourth grader. I don't know how they picked fourth graders, but if you have a fourth grader, you can get in free because they get free admission for themselves, and I think it's their whole family. I don't think it has to be limited to four people. So it's crazy. So yeah, and then they also have a volunteer pass, and sometimes you can get a pass just for that park. Like I remember seeing at Denali, I think it was like $45 to get an annual pass just for that park if you have to pay. So. And Candy Louie Service Dog says, also they give service dog free cups of water at all concession stands and gift shops. I did not know that. But then I usually wind up taking Tomlin's stuff with me. So I just use a water bottle and a bowl. Big Tom's Fan says it was nice. I am just going to say that if you ever get a chance to go to Gatlinburg and you go to the aquarium that Big Tom's Fan is talking about, you will love it. It is. I like the Chattanooga aquarium, but this one's cooler. I think. I hate to diss the Chattanooga aquarium because it's also freaking awesome, but I like the Ripley's aquarium in Gatlinburg a lot. So. Candy Louie Service Dog says, tell Stellar Candy gives her a laws down. Okay. She will get that long down, I'm telling you. Yeah. We'll let her have a break this time. Good. Valerie says that her travel agent gets she and Steve military discounts for our trips. Good deal. Big Tom's Fan, I don't think that they do it on mentality. I am so sorry because so much of the U.S. would qualify for that right now. Okay, Candy Louie Service Dog says, oops, pause down. See, I interpreted that wrong. I interpreted that as a long down. So we'll do long downs with Tomlin so we can show who's really dominant. But yeah, discounts make a big, big difference. And anytime you're traveling or even on a staycation, you need all the discounts you can get. Big Tom's Van went to Bubba Gump Shrimp also. You're killing me here, Big Tom's Van. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Run, Forest, run. Stop, Forest, stop. Such a fun place to eat. I'm giving a shout out to Bubba Gumps too, because it's Big Tom's Van brought it up. I gotta say, it's in Gatlinburg, it's downtown, and it is just fun. And also the food is good. But they've got these little signs that you can flip, and if you need something from your server, you just flip this little sign. It's styled like a license plate, kind of, and it says "Stop for a stop." If you don't need anything, you just flip it to green, and it's Run Forest Run. It's a lot of fun. Okay, Candy the Wee Service Dog says Candy won't drink out of her bowl in public places, but drink out of a cup. Okay, Tomlin, he's weird. He'll drink out of his, but I don't like for him to drink out of anybody else's. And so he will sometimes do that and sometimes not do it. But we went to Mass General Store, and we were in Knoxville, it's the one there, and they do it in Waynesville, North Carolina too. And you go in and they have, quote, a dog water fountain, but it's a bowl of water. And so Tomlin, when we went in there once, he goes right straight up to the water bowl, and he starts to take a drink, and he stops and he sits down like right in front of it, and he just kind of looks at me like, "You're kidding me, right?" So we had to take him back out and get his own and do all that stuff. He was just not having it. And Candy the Wee Service Dog says, yes, discounts are great. And they are. They make, I couldn't travel without the discounts. I just couldn't. Case in point, this big trip coming up wouldn't happen if I had to pay full price. Hey, we got Peter Parker in here. Hey, Peter Parker. Welcome. How are you? And Big Tom's Fan says, yes, fun. Absolutely is. And we're saying hi to Peter. So, welcome, Peter Parker. I hope life is treating you well. You're in here with Big Tom's Van, Candy the Wee Service Dog, Valerie Reese. If anybody else is in here and I missed you, say hi. But yeah, the fees and passes are a really big deal. And this trip that's coming up, one thing about it is I've already read where Alaska Airlines may do this again. And what they did was they offered this really, really, really great deal coincide with the forecast of when supposedly you're more likely to see the northern lights, as long, of course, as it doesn't rain or snow. So they offered a great deal at that time frame, but it's also like a dead time period, so that dead week that we were talking about. So super helpful. Like I said, we got the tickets, main cabin with insurance, $350 round trip. You're not going to beat that. And I went back to check that it expired yesterday. So just for the heck of it, I went in to check today, and that $350 round trip ticket was over $550. So nice to have that. And then let's see, Candy Wee Service Dog says, right, I won't let her drink out of public dog dishes. There are diseases that can be in those public dog bowls. Yeah, there are. Of course, I've heard that also about water fountains for people, but I'm not going to think about that. I'm just not thinking about that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a huge, huge deal. So I'm super excited about it. So the tickets combined with a free place to stay, combined with a super cheap rental car, because like there's not that many people going to Alaska in February. So we got a fabulous deal on a rental car. I will tell you, if you're ever going to Alaska, the rental car prices themselves are not that bad. But what kills you is the taxes on the rental car. And that Alaska is pretty steep. It can easily more than double the price of your rental car for taxes and stuff. So watch that if you go. But yeah, we're excited. Very, very excited. The food's a little higher, but there's no tax on it, so that kind of helps. But yeah, we'll do some stuff. We'll do some other stuff and talk about that later on. Yeah, I think so, Candy. That probably is why more places sell bottled water. Could be. That's kind of nice. If you ever go to Walt Disney World, you can walk into any of the places in the park that has a fountain, and you can get free cups of ice water. And you don't have to buy a thing. You just walk up and say, "Hey, can I have a free cup of ice water?" And people all over the parks are doing it. So it's not just cheaper, but it's cleaner. So, yeah. One of my big tips there about Walt Disney World. Yeah. So yeah. If you guys aren't a part of the Facebook group, if you want to go ahead and join it, I will be posting pictures and information as I go along on the Facebook group first, and also on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll have it up there a little bit quicker too, because then we're not having to wait for live stream. So I'll be posting different things. Thank you. Happy Groundhog Day to you too. Maybe we should call it Happy Titans Day. Okay. And here's the group URL. So, but Big Tom's fan, thank you for coming in. Oh my gosh, it's already after 8 o'clock. Holy cow, how did that happen? Okay, we usually keep this to an hour, so let's just say 8:15. So we'll still be here for a little bit. I try to be a good steward of your time. And y'all, don't forget, if you haven't clicked like on the video, the live stream, please do so. I say video because some people will catch it as a video. And those of us who are here right now will catch it as a live stream. So thumbs up, please. And obviously subscribe if you haven't already, because that's very important. And Katie's the wee service dog is saying bye to Big Tom Stan. Here we go. So, yeah. So, this is crazy time of year to be traveling, but it still can be fun. I did get a message on Facebook from somebody who asked me if I was seriously going to go to Alaska in February and making sure that I knew it was -20. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But that's okay. Because that's also the best time to see the Northern Lights. And you can't have everything you want when you want it, even though you really want it. So, how are you all doing tonight? Just checking in. Are we all out there having good evenings? I hope so. And yep, that was my message here. I thought so. Okay, Stellar Piper is not going to make it in because she is out with friends, and so it's a definite that she is not going to be there. So we will discuss that next week. Or try to anyway. So, okay. So I've got 813. Oh, Valerie says she got her Christmas decorations put away today and got the house somewhat clean. There you go. Valerie, when you finish, you can come over here. I still don't have my Christmas decorations up. I have a promise to myself that I'm going to get that done tomorrow, though. Candy, the wee service dog, says, I need to get my scooter ready for church tomorrow, so I can only be on until 8:30. Gotcha. Well, we'll be going here at 8:15. And Candy is congratulating Valerie. Oh, well done. Christmas has been so weird for me this year. I got the decorations up late. I'm taking them down late. It's just been weird. So I don't feel quite as bad though, because it sounds like Valerie is just now getting hers put away today. So that makes me feel like I'm not too far out of whack, you know. Candy, the wee service dog, says she is doing better with the crazy weather. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing better. Because the weather will mess you up. Well, I'm glad to check in with you. I'm glad to talk to you. It is 8:14. So I want to thank everybody for coming in and for hanging out and for being a part of the group. Thank you. I hope y'all have a great week. I will see you again next week, obviously, 7 o'clock right here. And I will see you Tuesday. I'll be doing a live stream on Travel Tuesday Trivia, where we'll have shout outs and things up for grabs. Another shout out for Faye Vlogs, Fairyana Vlogs. She's the one that got the postcard and the shout outs last week. Let's see, Valerie says, oh, she still has the lights on the porch. I want to keep those out a little while longer. Good for you. Yeah, we haven't done anything yet. So all of our stuff's still up. We don't have anything outside though. Ours is like in the windows and stuff, but eventually. And Candy says, oh, okay. So, all right. So thank you all. And I hope you have a wonderful week. All right. Y'all take care. I'll see you again, like I said, Saturday night at 7 and then Tuesday at 10 a.m. for travel trivia. So y'all take care. Have a great week. Okay. Good night, y'all.